Hey everyone, this is Kyle at RaceNote, and we're going to be doing a video here that kind of explains what RaceNote is, as well as how your jobs as data analysts impacts race teams during the race. So to start, RaceNote is a motorsports management platform that makes race teams faster. Our technology allows race teams to make better decisions quicker. And what that means is we try to build software and technology that simplifies data for these race engineers that are on NASCAR teams. So each NASCAR team has anywhere from 2 to 6 engineers that are actually on the teams, and they're trying to analyze data all through the race. What we want to do is kind of simplify that data for them, make sure that they're not doing number crunching or anything like that during the race, and they're just relying on RaceNote to do that, and they're just doing decision making. And our first major product that they use is the RaceNote audio product, and this is a product that takes audio communications between the driver, crew chief, and spotter of all the teams and transcribes it to text in real time. And so to give you a little bit of background on race communications during a race, it's kind of always been there in racing. And the reason that is because the race series, such as NASCAR, want the audio to be free to listen to, or they want you to have the ability to listen to it for the fans. So fans like to listen to all of that. But of course, the race teams realize that they could listen to other teams' data or other teams' audio and kind of key into what they're doing for race strategy and what kind of adjustments they're making to their cars. So because that's open, RaceNote gets to take that and listen to it and transcribe it to text. Before RaceNote audio, the way teams would do it is they just have people listening to the audio, 1 or 2 people trying to listen to the cars that they cared about. And they would write down what was being said or just trying to remember what people were saying and then make decisions off of that. The problem with that is they can only listen to so many people, and if they weren't listening to it when they said something important, then it's basically gone forever. What RaceNote audio allows for is kind of a history or a timeline of what was being said. So the race engineers can be like, hey, I wonder what this car was saying 20 laps ago. And they can go back and listen to what they were saying, and that helps them make a better decision to hopefully win the race. And so that's kind of where the innovation of the RaceNote audio product really is kind of creating a race strategy tool based around what other teams are saying. And so that's kind of where you as data analysts come in, is you help us transcribe that text as well as classify it to make it much more valuable for these race teams. So to give you an overview of the process of how it works, we take the audio that's being said between the driver, crew chief, and spotters, and we receive it through a receiver, and then we cut that audio into little utterances. So it's only the only part that we keep is when they're actually talking. And so we then send that from the racetrack to our servers, and from our servers to our classifiers. So our classifiers tag that audio with classifications such as, is this important or unimportant audio? Is this pit strategy, balance feedback, yada yada. And it is then sent to our transcriptionists, who then listen to the audio and repeat it, and then their repeated audio is sent through a transcription software where it is transcribed to text. And the reason why we have people listening to the audio and repeating it is to slice out the noise that comes along with a NASCAR car that's has a big V8 and is going 200 miles per hour. It's pretty much impossible for transcription software to do that. So to eliminate that problem, we take you as a redictator and rely on your quiet environment to just repeat what was said and then send it through transcription software. That transcribed and classified software is then presented on our race day platform, where the teams can then look and say, hey, this person said this, or they're doing this, et cetera, et cetera. There's the ability to search it by classification. So if they only want to look at what pit strategies teams were looking at, they can click, hey, I only want to see pit strategy utterances, and then they can read that. So what it really does is it kind of eliminates this asymmetrical information that a team has as to what other teams are doing. It's really keying them in on what race strategy is the other team or teams doing, and then making a decision for fuel or for tires or whatever to try to gain an advantage on them. And so what you guys do for us as data analysts and for the NASCAR teams is provide them an extra set of data that is simplified and concise, so they can understand what is going on. I always like to tell people who aren't familiar with racing, it's kind of like being able to listen to Bill Belichick, the head coach of the Patriots. It's like being able to listen to his play calls and knowing what they're going to do before they actually run the play. It's a very similar analogy. And so the biggest thing to take out of this is everything you're doing from classification to redictating is actually going directly to the teams within 30 seconds or 40 seconds and being read by upwards of 20 to, just depending on how big the team is, 30 people are actually listening to it and trying to make a better decision quicker. So it's actually, it's a really cool product, but I can't stress enough how important it is that you guys are a part of it, and felt that this video was necessary just so you guys know kind of how you fit in the picture. So when a team decides to take 2 or 4 tires, that decision could be based off of one of the utterances that you redictated, and that's pretty cool. We've been doing this since, I guess, well, our live product, we started in May 2016 is when we had our first team on there, and we've been getting better and better at it ever since, and we're adding things like lap times, and eventually we might integrate video and things like that. But just know that you guys are really the backbone of what's going on, and it's quite amazing to see just when we have 80 data analysts on a weekend going through all of this audio. It's kind of amazing to see it in operation and knowing that it's directly affecting the outcome of a race. So that's about all I wanted to cover in this video. I'll be sending this out to you guys, and I'm sure there'll be questions or maybe want more detail, but I plan on doing a few more of these just to clarify things such as what is race strategy, and why is this utterance important versus this utterance being unimportant, and things like that, just so you have better context in what you're doing and why you're doing what you're doing. So with that, thanks for watching the video, and can't wait to do some more to help you guys out. Thanks.